Something just happened?
No.
Oh, are we live?
Can you see
Voice
me?
crack. I can see
How
you.
you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. Good.
We're live, I think. Yeah. Sorry for the delay, guys. We're having issues with MetaTrader terminal taking a dump on our day. Never a fun thing, but excited to see everybody. Vega Intelligent Solutions here. I'm Brian Carter. We've got with us Ryan again, our data science lead developer. Doing good, doing good. Welcome back.
It's good to be back, man.
Yeah, always is, man. I'm always excited for these streams. Hope everyone else is too. Hope everybody had celebrated a good St. Patty's Day and had a good responsible time out there, enjoying the festivities. Always fun. We still got a battle of the beards going on here, or what? Are we going for the long haul with it?
See, I get my hair cut every like 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
there's no excuse.
I actually thought about trimming mine down a little bit. But if anybody accuses me of trying to grow a beard like David from Iota, I'll smack you in the mouth, man. Mine just looks way better. I just got a better beard. He's got a big beard, I'll give him that. Mine's just better. But anyway. So we've been busy with our project. Last stream we touched base on a little bit of the automated trading and showing that on Telegram, showing how it works through MetaTrader with plugins like SimpleFX. And some of the intents that we had there, we've improved upon those. We'll go into further details on that later. But we have a new app feature that we've been talking about tonight. The use case for this might hit home for some daily traders, in my opinion. So what are we looking at tonight, Ryan, for stream schedule?
So we're going to go over just an end-to-end process for the automated trading system.
Okay.
From Telegram and from a test client.
Okay.
And then I'll show you a couple of historical records inside MetaTrader related to it.
Okay.
And we'll also go over like a new cryptocurrency market watch application that we're currently working on.
Yeah, we just kind of started on that, right?
Yeah.
Still
getting the data together.
There's quite a bit of data to pull for that. People haven't really quite heard about this yet, so let's actually show that one first. Because what I would like to do here is share a little bit. We all know that we've all seen CoinMarketCap. We've all seen the information that it provides us for trading, which the metrics are kind of useful, I guess. I mean, they're just basic, really. You'll have everything from the market cap, the price, 24-hour volume, circulating supply, change in the 24 hours, and usually comes with a graph as well for each one of these currencies. And this is pulling from various exchanges and aggregated as well. There's also one that you may not have heard of yet called Live Coin Watch. I actually enjoy Live Coin Watch a little bit better. I like the layout of it way better. And it shows just a little bit more data and info from it. So, what are we doing with this right now? Is the question. This is doing from Live Coin Watch is doing push pulls on live data, dynamically changing and showing this information. So in comparison, we want to do something very similar, but we want to add some new metrics. Both of these sites pull this aggregated data from various exchanges, and we want to as well. But what we don't see here really with these websites is the fact that there's no order books aggregated from these exchanges. We're not seeing anything useful like so what's the total amount of BTC being traded in the order books for each one of these coins? You know, because you could have something that's a low market cap with hardly anything being bought right now, or you could have something with a low market cap with a lot being bought in the order book depth. And I think that that's definitely more useful information. So we want to show that into something that we're working on. We don't have a lot to show for it right now. We're just pulling some data at the moment. We'll have a lot more on the front end side of things. But another thing that we want to implement is, okay, so I'm looking at this and maybe I want to buy a Bitcoin on Livecoin Watch. Well, how do I do that from here? And show me the best exchange to do it on. You're already aggregating data. Well, why not show me the best exchange to do it on? You know, what's the best buy and sell order? What's the arbitrage for making the best decision here? And people don't see that, and I don't find that useful here at all. That information is not displayed. So that's something we want to implement as far as a new feature towards a new app is to show people that and give them a suggestion on what's the best exchange to buy low and sell high. You know, don't just go to Coinbase or you know, Bittrex, because that might not be the best place to do it on.
We'll be adding a couple more columns, if you can see my screen.
Yeah, let me show you. This is just for a few coins here, what we have to display. Now, there's going to be a whole heck of a lot more data being pulled.
Focus on data right now.
Yeah, so we'll have a front end of this as well that's going to look nice and sleek. So we just started pulling this data, as you can briefly see here, but we're working on some of the API push and pulls. And the order book is definitely something difficult to aggregate, but in progress towards that end goal. But the arbitrage system is something that people have never seen before, and we're definitely going to implement that as a new feature. So just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of heads up of what's to come. This is something that we can put together in a small amount of time, very short amount of time, and I think it's going to be way more useful than some of these other exchange listings. So I think we can complete that in a short time, and like I said, I want to emphasize that you can run this on any virtual machine, home, cloud system, any of the Vega applications, and we're going to have a new one being set into place. Of the 3 that we've already created, we're going to have a new one out there for you to publish to our GitHub. So anyway, just wanted to briefly touch on that. Let's walk through a bit of a recap of last stream and making some automated trading, automated trades, some manual trades through Telegram. Let's jump into that, Ryan.
Sure. We'll focus on the intents first.
Okay, cool.
All right. So last week, I showed you in Telegram like basic commands. You know, okay, buy 1 BTC or buy 1 Bitcoin. But after some research, I figured out a way to be able to communicate into MetaTrader using sockets.
Okay.
So there's some public templates I found out there, and I modified it to include a volume on the end.
Right.
So I figured, well, why not use dialog flow
For sure.
to extract certain pieces of information that I want. So just for demo purposes,
it makes it
volume.
easier on us to back these up, and so that you can import them into your own dialog flow.
So I'm using this currency pair just because it's really low cost on my demo account here.
Okay, ETC
for testing.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Ethereum Classic to Bitcoin.
Yep.
And the last ask price I saw was 0.00211.
Okay.
But it could have changed by now.
Oh yeah.
the point is I can train Dialogflow for different commands for different users.
Okay.
So more advanced users might want to use like a full trade action. In this example, it would be like trade and open with like a default stop loss of
Okay,
0.
that's what. Okay, that's what those numbers are.
But I'm working on making that easier
Right.
on the user. All right, so the use case is inside Telegram. Let's see. So this is just my test bot here.
Okay.
Let me back up here.
Yeah. So these parameters we can plug right into Telegram.
Right. So I can make this easier on the user, but I can pass it into Telegram. Then Telegram will tell me that they placed an order.
Right.
Notice it extracted the volume and the key and the coin pair. So, you know, I can do more messaging to the user, and then I can tell them, you know, the ticket number was created, for example.
Right. So when that ticket number actually goes through, you'll get a message back from the bot saying that your order was successful, right?
Right. And the thing about MetaTrader is that it relies on the user running it on their machine.
Right.
So what I did was...
Which is something that actually we'll do in a later stream on showing people how to set that up and their own MetaTrader terminal and making.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and just making these commands even through like Dialogflow and stuff. So,
so one of the problems I've seen with the MetaTrader is they're kind of closed. Like I have to use their API.
Right.
They don't make it easy. So I'm all about getting around the hard stuff here.
Yeah.
So what I figured out was I can create this MetaTrader script that will read commands from anywhere on your machine, like through a port, through a reply and a push port.
Okay.
Right. So I'm still, you know, ironing out the kinks, right? But when the user passes in this command here, let's see, they'll see a message: open trade instruction received. Okay, and then it'll open up the order inside MetaTrader.
Right.
Under their account. Okay.
So that's a direct command, but we can actually do something that's more natural language processing to have users put that in as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, but to execute the trade, it has to be inside MetaTrader and their API. So that's what the purpose of this script is.
Right.
It's translating the input.
Yeah, I was going to say basically a translation script for it.
Right. So, and you could run this inside MetaTrader. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
So when we look at some of the trades,
there's a delay. Sorry about that. I keep stepping on you. Excuse me. But you see this chart? You can run this script that I've written against the chart, but it can receive messages for anything, really. See that?
Okay, what do you mean by anything?
So like this bot has been is running now inside MetaTrader.
Right.
You see the Vega bot starting, and it's listening on a port, and then it's sending out on a different port.
Okay.
So, you know, for this demo, I'm just trying to show that like in Telegram, I can be working on like one screen, you know, send the message over to MetaTrader. I don't even have to go back over here. It'll just execute it for me.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect.
Just an example of what it looks like is like when I execute something, it looks like this.
Past orders. So you
so
have the buy, sell. Yeah.
Correct.
Well, okay.
So I was doing this yesterday through the command line, just like I'm showing you right now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that I can just, type in one command and it sends it to MetaTrader.
Right.
I don't have to like go in here and mess with their, screens.
Right.
So there's a lot of potential that we can, expand on this.
Yeah, I just love the terminal, the way that we just see everything right now going down, up. I mean everything
Right.
is really. I wouldn't say that it's not very intuitive. It's a little tricky to use, but we're making it easy for people on the front end side of things, just doing it through simple messaging in Telegram to the bot.
Like for this demo, I've had to attach to it in Debugger.
Okay.
So I've seen some pretty interesting things.
Yeah.
when it's attaching, but because it's running on like threading, it's like its own thread or something.
Right.
Just as an example, I could put a breakpoint here, and you'll see that it's continually listening.
Oh, that's interesting.
See that? In this case, nothing has been sent, right?
Right.
So that's the whole point of this, is like a trader can, they can load up MetaTrader, they can run our script, it'll continually be listening for commands, and we can send it different commands. Like this command that I showed you in Telegram with an open is just the beginning.
Right.
Because I'm working on the other other cases, and I can pull data out of it by other commands, like let's see, like historical data, for example.
Okay. So we're actually able to pull.
I can pull data out of MetaTrader.
Right. So we could create like our own separate script for that, and add on to it that people can get, like, what's the status of it, of a pair, or even see the status of their open orders. Right.
And like what I was saying is earlier is I'm also working on simplifying things to where they could just say, buy this coin pair on this volume. I don't care about everything else because I have it set up as a default. And there's methods in here that I can utilize, like get, bid, ask, for example.
Okay, so retrieve maybe the latest order book, open order transactions. So I see how that could be useful. So we can bring that in instead of trying to manually figure it out ourselves.
Right. So the possibilities are pretty much endless.
Right.
Like we can build up, different like scenarios that a user would want. Like, get me the bid, the bid ask for this currency pair, or okay, I feel like trading. Okay, Vega, Vega bot, start my automated trading for this amount of time, and then get out.
Yeah.
Like this custom script allows us to do that.
Absolutely. So we got a little comment here from Game Hey CT in the chat. It says, very practical project. The project is in high competition stage with future plans. I believe it will be one of the projects that will bring me profit. Thanks, team. Hey, trade at your own risk. We definitely hope that it does. But yeah, we appreciate the feedback, man. We're looking to get this out here to the public for anybody to set up on their own virtual machine, their cloud, and just run it. Make it very simple for you guys, and we'll have future streams on how you can set all that up as well. So thanks for the feedback.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's see. What else do you have to show us? Is that kind of the meat and potatoes there?
I mean, this script is doing most of the work for us inside MetaTrader. It can respond to commands from the outside. That's the coolest part.
I know that we talked about plugging in some of the past sentiments that we had set for users, and we're going to plug in some intents for that, which is one was Ichimoku and the trading strategy there. But we have about 2,000 plus lines of code
Yeah.
to go through.
So that one's the completely automated bot. Where would you like to start?
Yeah, I think we're going to have a whole separate stream on this, but you know, basically we've got some key learning strategies that we want to implement into our code. That definitely, you know, a user can figure out what's the best market sentiment on a certain pair.
Yeah.
And that can plug into what we just talked about today, which is creating your buy and sell order.
Well, that's the way I've been building the server part.
Right. We're definitely building it to scale out. And take this, put on top of the other application that we're currently working on with showing the market coins listings and the status on those, and figuring out, you know, arbitrary, you know, what the arbitrary future prices are in 24 hours from now using some of the past commands that we have, but also showing the arbitrage trades of where the best place is to buy and sell on which exchange. And man, you start tying all this together, I'm getting excited. I don't know about everybody else, but it's man, it's starting to make some real progress here in Q1 of our implementation here with our programs. So I'm getting ecstatic about what we can do.
Same here, man.
For sure. Unless we don't have any other questions or comments, I think that pretty much wraps up this stream. Or if anybody wanted to see something in specific, we can definitely show that. We'll be doing some Medium posts here later in the week to explain some of this. And like I said, I'm going to be doing another stream to show people how to set this up on their machine, because I think that's important, that they could start playing around with the test net. Now, we definitely got some loose ends to figure out. So before we publish this to GitHub, we're going to kind of wrap those up. And keep an eye out for, in about a week from now, keep an eye out for that exchange coin listing on our website and some other places, and for you to run locally as well. So anyway, I think that's all we had. Ryan, anything else?
Nothing else. Just I'm gonna continue improving everything.
Awesome. Well, with it also being that time of the year, with taxes coming up, I'm definitely going to have a stream going over one of our past applications that we finished, which is Tax and Reports Made Easy. So I'm going to go over that to show people how to set that up, do a drag and drop from multiple exchanges with all your transactions. Also, the government forms, being able to drag and drop those in and publish those out into a final report. And General Ledger, I think that's very important this time of the year. So I'm definitely going to do a stream on that, probably here very soon within the next coming week. But yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. Ryan, thanks for joining us. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, check out social media links below in the description, and yeah, we'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody.
You too.